Chapter Asra, Central Park. The following day, Abooksigun got up, walked the perimeter, and finished reading the memorial. Looking past the memorial, he saw the bubble had disappeared from around the city and was replete with enormous vents and roads. Hilder the ruins had stood what the night before tounded some restes the day past, he checked in the ruin and, by Ulipim calamating, where do you now? A cooking aside, his events are at the soul of the people basted as possessed. The more souls, the more powerful she gets. The more she grows, we cast the vents to grow, becoming rose and in actual trunks, and the trunks just get thicker. Laurel joined in, saying, our abilities to produce fur in this only slow them down. Abooksigun height, rub your bodies and hands with the content from the sand and see if that works. If the weapons can work with the sand, it seems like it will do the same with that which your gifts are produced from. We cast this demon great pain but doesn't kill her. Abooksigun agreed by saying, the real trees and other vegetation are being possessed by her powers and combining their spirit with the souls of humans. She is manipulating Nether's spirit and human souls. You are calling her individual soul but not her. When that soul has been ripped apart from her, that is what is causing her so much pain. We need to make contact with her to kill her. Abooksigun is confused. How do we know which is her and which is the people she possesses? Abooksigun aside, we must get the sand inside her mouth, yes, or is. The only things we know for sure are hers. Laura sighs, how do we get to her when those vents and roads are all over? She will know when we are near because we're like alarms being set off when we get near the more of the Venus. Abooksigun sighed, we need ski crafts. Elder said, far from it that the gift of light have flown over the cities and the bubble has gone down inside. The roads look like giant snakes playing in the mud, and the stench of the soil is unbearable. Abooksigun talk of his sand, you saw in me feathers past that they create that thunderstorm by ripping the content from sand into lakes, rivers, and even ditches. You want to do the same thing. Abooksigun and Abooksigun went to about Cities of Liberty's land and poured a drop of the sand in that water. Abooksigun sighed, you don't know how long it takes, but give it a minute, and the wind that controls the elements needs to create a thunderstorm until the soil drains off, and it will cast us roads to the, later, we'll go in and find ski crafts for everyone. We can't stay here. Abooksigun and Abooksigun waited and looked on, and as the thunderstorm devastated the land, as they remained dry. Abooksigun called Abooksigun to the side while the rest looked on. You've been trained totally soothing since you've been left for Evlanta, but there has been chance, so this seems like the best time totally you pregnant. Abooksigun was so happy he grabbed her, that great. How far along your way? Abooksigun smelled, about 3.5 to 4 months. They talked about the baby in the laboratory small came from off the island cast by the thunderstorm, and close of this covered the land as a made hole each out throughout the land, a sound they had never heard before. Abooksigun shouted, she must have realized the soul, the pain was probably too great for her. We can go in and search for her now. You feel my sister as well. Says we but fain. Abooksigun shook his head, you ain't going nowhere until that small is gone. We'll wait a little while longer. After 4 hours of rain. It's 1:45, Alda said impatiently. Abooksigun called those gifted with the ability to manipulate water and asked them to create an icebreaker to Liberty State Park. The smell of seaweed was still strong as Laura instructed the people, try not to inhale it smell too much, or else you'll get the drain solid poisoning, with the disease and cause respiratory problems. So, if you feel nervousness, dizziness, nausea, headache, and drowsiness, fall back until we find some medical supplies. After what he knows, Abooksigun, using his gifts, sent the speedsters ahead to locations to find fat masks and ski crafts. Walking across the debris, they all marveled at the building into different structures. Oh wait, it's beautiful Minnesota does it in spider webs. You won't deny it's beauty, but the devil can't make heaven and earth. Abooksigun whispered to himself. After they all made it across and gathered in the shoreline, Abooksigun remembers his dreams as the spiders covered the entire sea like a blanket with cobwebs. A vision of the future also came to him. First thing first, those that were possessed there are no spiders. The rain might have gotten a lot of them but definitely not all of them. And I can assure you that you don't want to be bitten by one of those. So, those were the gifts of first court land and surface of everything to kill these bugs, and let's proceed. They walk the streets looking for medical supplies and ski crafts as Abooksigun meditated on his further visions. Not anybody in sight. Did this witch actually turn all his competence into our pets? Here's the raid. We haven't seen anybody since we searched the area, but plenty of sitters. You was reading some notes and documents worthy ridiculous calling us warriors. Abooksigun smelled while you were playing. You liked that name cast 30 years old, and there's more than 30 of us now, anyways. You think you'll lose it, we are now warriors, and it has a ring to it. They worked for over an hour, and by the time they reached highway subasement, they found 150 workable ski crafts. By Aratem still dark outside, a cooknins once are held from the fate at Sust, but the taunt is so memory levis an inherment. A cookninus is a vicent that flashes across her mind. She can see where it man has her sister in their location. In the vision, she walks drunk in that forest as her grandmother did before her. There is a particular spot in this forest that is consecrated to evil. The trees are giving off an evil presence. She's walking on an enormous vein while hearing whispered words that penetrate her in the rear. Dider Vojima, welcome home. Yes, her vision continues. She looks around to see people walking into large man-made bridges that lead to nowhere. They are in a trance and cannot hear. A cooknin hears more whispers around her as she proceeds to fall on Anil's dwelling. The plants are speaking to her all at once. Stop. Do not come to this evil place. A cooknin says, who are you that speaks to me? I am here for me, sister, her voice echoes. A cooknin snaps back to herself from the vision. Abooksigun asks, are you a mouse? Yes. He just had a vision. Theodorian children were the first to receive ski crafts until they found 200 more as they reached Jersey City, heading into Abooksigun. By the time they reached Guyakan, everyone sat comfortably in ski crafts as they passed the normal status and monuments of Abenians. The group is traveling over the Hudson River following the Lincoln Tunnel. They fly very low and slowly to avoid any unknown direction. Concerned, Abooksigun quietly asked again, are you a Anna? A cooknin quietly sighs, you will be on say rescue me sister from this village. Abooksigun reassures a cooknin, we will get her back, Anna. But you need you to remain focused. We're tired the trees saying. Confused, a cooknin sighs, they are all telling at once. The possessed as well as the living, and it's hard to focus. You have never dealt with anything like this before. Abooksigun instructs her, to pick and vote out of the Molendino oil to others. A cooknin focuses on voice, and she hears, follow the Hudson River north on 8th Avenue straight to Central Park. Yeah, we'll find a dock midway up. From there, it is a walk through the forest. The Devilston will be far more inland. Bastet is expecting you. A cooknin sees the plant pointing inside to Abooksigun. Midway, we shall see a dock somewhere. You not know why say that the river it will be so, you will have to keep me up for it from here. It will be formal walk to Bastet's home. The ski crafts will be an out of light rapid attacking in forest. Abooksigun, amused, oh wait, sounds like fun. The rap travels to almost up the Hudson River and reaches their dock. They land their ski crafts on the land. Millions of speeders have been following and surrounding him. Abooksigun instructs us to create anything with it scent that creates a mist, smoke, woven vapors that will keep speeders at bay and insists that everyone gets some rest. Laurel is instantly know that evil is coming from the forest side. This is an unholy place. Yell that hisses, be silent, Laurel. Lower your voice. Will you have our enemies know that we are here? But Laurel was down on his horse. Team you already knows that we are here, Elda. And already plotting Artemis. Abooksigun rebukes them. Both. Sealed up, both of you. Do you not realize this forest playing mind games and toying with your emotions and your faith? You could have allowed the rituals out of the forest, where it catches everyone's attention. Debris is frightened. Fear sits among them all. Debris backs away. Debris. Alert voice calls out to her, and Debris screams. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Debris is on her knees, clutching her sister or sprays among the warriors. But Abooksigun stands his ground, said him. The Lord rebuke you. Twikt louder face and the fearing vakt by bastet lives. Abooksigun demens, Olivio. Start praying and giving Sebat glory. Concentrate your Mensan anointed which is holy. If you look her in mentally, she has already defeated this because of it. No more fear. No more anxiety and no more doubt. You have guardians for a reason, and you fail to listen. Well, listen or die. Especially you, dear, you have a purpose, but you let fear consume you. Abooksigun grabbed a broken mirror and saw it to Debra. Shining into the form of dawn, now dawn, his people loved you and now are gone cast they found for righteousness. Now, shining to us who have heard you. His people have you doubting and in a state of hopelessness. Lock them in theories and defeat them cause if you don't, you will die. Sebat called you for nothing but for greatness, and you didn't see it all you see is your pain. That pain was to teach you and mold you into who he wanted you to be. Be it, or did the fruit come? Because you will be the death of us all if you don't. Dear walked the finters, and the cooking in a rain of paint hair. Abooksigun bought a fair, took a few cantons of water, poured a few drops from the sand, and passed it around dark kids and elderly, and after a wall of smoking misting over the campsite, they rested this immediate. A cooking when they were talked about what Abooksigun has said, it no has right, both may mean some of them as gets the best of them, dear said. A cooking in a smelled, what you don't get is it happens to all of us, but we must listen to our hearts and the guardians. There have been times when he didn't listen either. But when he did, Sebat gave him strength and meanable. That's all he's saying. We'll do silly things when we are hurt and go so far as to hurt others to make them feel as would a testament with his as if for to correct me sister, to oppose sister. I can't entirely agree with everything she has done, but we were trained to serve the same person because our love for each other is as where we are now. So, stop doubting and listen to your heart. I agree with Bok when he said you wouldn't be here if Sebat weren't with you. You won't be enlightened. 13. Your starter has to count for something. Now, let's get something to eat. Tigrab starts praising Sebat and consecrating themselves before walking further into the forest. Abooksigun stopped the people. When we came here, there were 30 of us, and Sebat has his unnumbering 2,500. Stand in Sebat and be strong, you have force into further, and we will be victorious. Everyone, turn on your peace and listen to my commands, and then we will go home to reason in love in peace. Abooksigun and the cooking give everyone a drop from the sand, told and to wipe their face, hands, and feet with the content, and commanded them not to wipe it off until Bastard was dead. Looking at Ethan, Abooksigun sighed, take off your sandals and let them fill you with. Mavin, Omarian, Rana, Haz, and all speedsters, listen to me carefully for every second counts. Sigmaso, you see your vision so we might know where the true demon is. Blattenhound, Lorage, Alde, and get a stand tighter and fade tighter. Your strength is needed to the right side of the enemy. Lanzo, Dimura, and Ois, the only need you to the left. There will come a time today when we will perform our keras. And he will need you all to clap your hand when his heart, pointed you. Like the walls of Jericho, Sebat will knock down this best, entered in or in me with it and death, and delivers from more pain. They finally reached it enough best at an open forest floor. Covered in equal looking to the size of Sust, logging at it carefully, Abooksigun here towards the Febavenen, they create the flexible and robotic arm of fiber in the red wet west suits. Abooksigun tells Ethan, you stay here. Yelk now and taught when the time comes. He noticed that the area is covered with gigantic vents and roads traveling in either direction above and below as the warriors slowly and cautiously walk on this 50 feet wide until they reach the forest center. Abooksigun sees solid land and jumps off the vine as the rest fall suit. Abooksigun whispers to Rana, the rain didn't get in her. You and her send speedsters and some backup backed out river and form a small ditch and allow the river to flow as close as possible to the entrance. Stand with Ethan, when he leaves, you release that water into this place. Go and go now, but leave our speedsters here. Bega got excited, after walking in the large vein, signaled that they were there but didn't at that cast she was uploading. Abooksigun said the same thing and told him in, you don't know what she's up to, but just listen carefully. 50 years ahead of them, a misty cavern, here sat a neat woman with 3 sets of breasts and with a pair of big wigs falling out of her head. Spiders surrounded her that continuously bore holes into her skin. When Abooksigun got close enough, the spider stopped it, and opened her eyes. Yes, spoke, to Vance Formida. Dome round them the size of a stadium, come in, Abooksigun, and they see bright my child, and says with twins. Interesting, all I need work is to conquer this world. Now, you have it all more to my collection. My master will be pleased. Are you sure you won't want to join our family? You can roll the earth with your children on video. Abooksigun whispered, even he didn't know they were twins. Abooksigun walks closer, so, you know me by name, then you must also know me better. Do you think you will join forces with evil? You take loves and cast pain. Do what you do, but personally, you don't worship anyone who only takes loves. Can you give a life? No. So, bet fuck you. Basset lies, what your father did was just a mercy back. Me master will conquer this world and everyone in it, and who will be given. Abooksigun whispered in his earpiece, calling for the 4 speedsters to read it cadence with water and the content from his sen, saying, she will grow to an enormous size. Idiot like up to her ears, Tuani said but for 30 your speeds because she will tell you and kill you if you keep the same speed. Unseen her ear, punch a hole in the canton, throw it in her ears, and let the content flow down, causing her great pain. It will eventually reach her and not the south settlements. You will distract her. As soon as you hear me say the word go in my sentence, yeah go. Abooksigun walks in front of the demand, sorry about that, we're trained to work out some minor details, but it's fitting how we end up in such a beautiful place with such an evil and only estimate as yourself. Before Central Park was Central Park, it was in a village, a prosperous community of my people, at least waters wetlands trying to escape racial discrimination. Bastard begin to row, why is that said important tone? Abooksigun lied, hold on, let me finish. You will find out it's relevant when you finish. Now, where was he? What, Theon Thomas voted. And love PFLE for 34 years. Andrew Williams and Pepe Davis were 2 of the most successful men, and did you know that they even had a church, Amazing Church. This community had a skull at gardens, raised livestock, and let's not forget that God officing right up the road. But New Yorkers wanted a park, and they took this land from my people just like they did Charles and Will Bruce in many other places. Abooksigun noticed a constable is kneeling before the hideous creature in a trance in this knockers of. The power of them lazy bay and toglaw and product to warriors thought he would not be taken over or possessed by Bastet. Saying Abooksigun coming behind Abooksigun, Bastet's demeanor changes. The walls close in on Abooksigun and his menace grows taller. Substantial green veins and trees surround the man in the middle of the forest. As she grows, she becomes as large as the needled mole elephants planked on top of each other and morbidly obese as she grows. Even more, veins, rods, and thick tree trunks wrapped around her skin, becoming fat with the loves of the people she had taken. Basset is also as green as the forest around her, full of in vein grid. Each vein connects to her skull, causing it twixt the quick return into the crowds as irresistible as the false god, Medusa. The veins and rods are alive. Teyzeu obvious Basset controls them. There's a gigantic-sized cow run in front of her as well. That sits on her grey granite stones. She uses this to 80-footery and casts spells on people's lives. Basset has many felons out underneath her power. With the cells walked and thus break is connected to the veins that poured from her skull. Giving those who walked it all their hearts to serenic sang for their servitude in cells. Basset ignores Abooksigun and smells at Abooksigun. Me dider, you have come back Tom. Bow Tom, Abooksigun. Serve him, and he will give you all to send more. Say sows. Abooksigun rested in a black cloak with a long dagger in her right hand with a gold handle. Abooksigun was hovering over a city that is burning. People are screaming, and Abooksigun has double power and kills without mercy. Abooksigun was afraid at what she is found. I do not acknowledge you. You have been the bane of my very existence. Traitor of the living God. There is nothing you can offer me to betray the King of Spirits. Your heavenly host appears, Malazi and Divine guardians. Your brilliant, blinding light shines, sending to darkness flame. Abooksigun says Malaysian tells Bastet, that's rude of you. Here you go, spilling my guts out to you, and he just enorm. Selvis. You wasn't finished with my story. Abooksigun called tell none of the speedsters had made it as a sow Bastet sex for hidden pain, but he continued, so you have brought us back here to kill us all, once and for all, so you think, tell prove to your master that you were done. You think you'll get promoted or something? Telling my story before you was swordly ignored, the Bruce got your bench back, him taking this land back for my people. Melissa said to Abooksigun, go forth and conquer all. Abooksigun called tell said another on if the speedsters have made it as a sow Bastet sec her head in pain as I continued, I'll repeat myself. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. So, you have brought us back here to kill us all. Bastet screams in absolute fury. Ethan looks down at the water and hears Bastet saying, you must stomp, I'm not hauling this bit. Ethan is his powerful legs and stopped so hard the earth cracked, which reacted Bastet's Calron, causing it to fall over at the same time. Abooksigun ordered the speedster holding the water to release it, pulling over half of Bastet's possessed husky started to come out of her. Bastet became afraid as her ears filled with pain, and was possessed incinerated. Ye son of a bitch, your trickery will be your death, thought Bastet. The venison rods surrounded him, growing at least 10 stories high, and started to break into pieces as the south did Kirknan. Bastet grew taller and bigger, saying, you cannot betray me, Kirknan. You will die. She commenced to sell us bodies, including the consumable, to attack the warriors. Hasn't said Abooksigun and his men. Watching it water and waiting until the rest of the speedster to return. Only the last speedster returned, Abooksigun gave a mighty battle cry, you are. They charged into war. Abooksigun fell back. Abooksigun started his kite, and the entire grabbed by entire kegas. Debris and the Varian's guardian stood beside him as Kirknan reassured the Varian, saying, remember, this creature is creating the same doubt in theaters, but focus on your pain and give it to Sabbath. When Abooksigun's house pointed you, give up all your pain, anxiety, and sorrow, and you'll never see it again. Trees came crashing down to earth, and Abooksigun's house pointed down. On own accord, Debris and the Varian saw what Altair made. Altair pain and hurt receded out of the men into Bastet, and the guardian of guardians saw it as well. The forest was just inches from crashing down on them all, but not one person wavered from Sabbath. Bastet and all of the vents and rods turned into a pillar of black dust and evaporated into wind. After the dust had cleared, there remained many people who had returned to themselves. Laid out over the field, thousands of vacancies probably began to work. A Kirknan ring to consumable, I can. Wake up. Jeff warriors ran to assist the people as Abooksigun approached the guardian of guardians, thanks so much for your help. I never met you before, my name is Abooksigun. The guardian sighed, yes, ik know, vehemently you cannot pronounce my name, but ik known as Michel and Tetur. Abooksigun was shocked, yes, of course, you've heard of you. It's truly an honor to meet you. Kush looked at Big Man, they saw her. Big Ma sighed, so you wait. Big Ma continued, they all left New York and headed south. On their way there, they built another memorial in honor of the fallen Wagatolans of New York. Sabbath made way for them to fit as he left behind on their journey to New York, and they recruited some people for Sabbath. Then they headed to Atlanta, where they found Abooksigun and his family. They stayed there for a few weeks, and Abooksigun, his wife's clan, and many others were. And late and then traveled with him. Cause Salby molested, as she started slurring her words, wailings, anxious, and competent journey for months later, learning and serving Sabbath as they headed toward Arizona. They said it was right before dawn, and they were just miles away from a little bit when Jackson in Vicksburg, Mississippi. It's a clear object with a large beam of light coming from its center and many smaller lights circling it, going right to left, then left to right, appeared before them in the sky. Fear had consoled them all except Abooksigun because he remembered it in his father's past. Melissa's voice is short, be not afraid, for he is a prophet of Sabbath. There was no sound coming from the craft as it lowered itself a few feet above the ground, as vapor slowly became clouds. Many grabbed their weapons, but Abooksigun reassured them, did ye not hear the voice of the messenger, he sent Fergie. Is this where we get the same from? Hesa propis. The cold became thicker and thicker within seconds, and after you appeared a fatal wet grace with skin. Please don't be alarmed, for Sebath has sent him. Prophet said telepathically as he stirred forth and tossed it. Please, said the being said of him, ye have come a long way just to speak to you all. He took off a golden chain with a black marbolic veil about half an inch long from around his neck, his son. There is no need to fear, for I am a servant of the Most High, and this is me saying as proof. My name is, and the man of many species who have visited Earth. Many times and for many years, centuries even. Were called the Talwis, by your people centuries ago, and my species worship in service of it. May have refused to believe that any mixed species themselves. Prophet turns to Abooksigun, like he told your father many years ago, so that you all now will repeat it to your over 100 billion galaxies and the force and universe in 500 billion planets and the Milky Way alone, and to think humans are alone by themselves sure and destiny plant is very close. One will have to imagine and sitting on a table in your home. Humans are ten cent the artist the table. Your universe will be the room in which the table sits. Therefore, white will be the other rooms. White will be the house next door and even greater outside the house, the atmosphere, or even space. Humans will be forced to think that they were the only beings. False speaking for false people. Some sometimes refer to a race as the third party. We are conscious beings that are telepathic because human simply were born when it was written. Late. Terribly late, and it was late, so we are born millenniums before your species and in another galaxy. Other species have come to observe, some to concur. We came to product you from them and some of them from yourself. Many came with ill will because Sebat cause your species of him. After all, he kissed before you. Yet, you fate him and yourself for the soulest reasons. Your species is the chosen race, the most incredible creation of Sebat because you have free will. We were smarter, we use a significant percentage of our brains, and we are more intelligent than you. But in every creation before yours, their jealousy turned into envy, and this hurt is from many of the creations before yours. Your species is naive, and many even started worshipping your kind. Some governments welcome them, and in return, they share their technology with your kind, knowing many will become greedy and destroy the plan. And so, it did, but the plans of Sebat cannot and will not be stopped. When righteousness is more, evil itself cannot be seen. Now, sin is stronger among you, and righteousness is less. This is we your so-called Abenians have come to earth. The evil one, or the great deceiver, has stamped out many lies of Sebat wrath, lust, greed, and power. Remember when he said earlier that evil itself could not be seen when righteousness is more? Now, evil is more, and very few serve righteousness, therefore, the Abenians are here on earth. Well, before the Abenian, as he called him, came to earth, there were more righteous people, and their presence was seen, but they were here in spirit and have been here since they fell, only possessing those who were true evil. But the hearts of many have become cold. The preacher preaches prosperity instead of love. Technology to laziness, greediness, perversion, and lust. As the evil grows on earth, the fallen angels of Sebat cult and come in their original form before. They fell from grace. On the spirits, now flesh, to deceive and pervert the words of Sebat Omen. Prophet turns to Abooksigun. Now you have come for the second time to take your work to do what you have done in New York on a larger scale. To good those that believe and train them in pound down for the last days are here, and it's time to be Sebat will. Choose who you please, and let's be no why. Abooksigun started picking individuals, but many volunteered, even a constable. A coconut was left behind and tells them to make it across the country and be disciples for Sabbath and to gather those that believe. That cloud appeared, and it got thinner and thinner. The spaceship hovered a few feet about him, and it was gone within a blink of an eye. Tourists traveled here and some continued to Arizona. Becca smells, well, that seemed, child, it's time for me to go to bed, I'll see you in the morning. Becca gets up and rubs her eyes, saying, why, you can up and set box now. It belongs to you anyway, and your father came by to give of his. She reached into a roar and pulled out a Lord Kniff, Odon's Kniff. Kiss salad. Big Mac continued walking toward her bedroom. Yeah, he said he was sorry he couldn't send. Yeah, off, but there is so much going on in Town, and he hope you'll understand. Kiss smells, believe me, you understand. He's a hard worker and an even harder fighter. Big Mac closed her bedroom door, saying, "Go Nate." Kiss sat on himself and up in a tea box. There was a note in the necklace. Holding up the chain, and there was a silver penny with a sen. Handfuls the note and reads, "'Tis now belongs to you, love me mine, a kekukinin." Kiss heard a low voice. Big Mac thought, "Kiss, you're going to be late for your departure. If you don't get here." "Yes, up, child, it is about the 10 o'clock." Kiss jumped. "You don't even remember falling asleep, Big Ma." He got dressed, grabbed a few pieces of bacon, and stuffed it to pancakes in his mouth. He jumped on his ski craft. Big Ma thought at him, "Here, take this with chat, some music and some speeches I found for you. Don't go around listening to that jukey and letting it into your spirit." Abooksigun grabbed the David without looking at it, rushed out of rounds, and ran as fast as he could, hearing his name being called, "Kus." "Is there a Kus present?" "Lot of bread Kus rest." His hand, Yam Kus. The end. Copyright 1982 2022 by James Bolin. All material was written by James Bolin and seconded in this.